But for NAVI too, you know, what can they bring out? They're traditionally one of the teams at Billy that are not afraid to get weird.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to it. I think Chamber Vice.
Yes! Oh my God, it's show on the fade!
My God.
Guys, Christmas is early!
Okay, we manifested
Still KO! Can we talk about that for a second? Look at how he performed on that map.
Well, the KO, I have a stat for you here for the KO. NAVI, KO is our second most picked agent since the partnership era. They pick Omen the most and then KO the second most. But it's not usually Angel KO though. This is still relatively new for us.
Yeah, it's relatively new. It's also new this year to see Xiao on this fade. Like, this is something that I wanted for today. On the other side, I'm not sure about the Jet. I still have to be convinced about that, but I'm sure that Alexic will make a very good case for it.
I also love how Mini's like double initiator is not it. I don't want to see it one time.
Yeah. I want to see, because there's, you know, a lot of flashes on the side of Apex. Speaking about flashes, I want to see Olizera playing on that Vice. To my knowledge, at least, he only used to play her on Pearl, if I'm not mistaken. But again, I think that we've seen 3 maps. We were expecting that double duelist maybe to be a possibility for Apex, but really they didn't consider it themselves.
Yeah, I know, and I'm kind of surprised when I look at it. I think the Yoru is a good pick, like you say. I'm intrigued to see how that does go up against the Jet, especially when we consider how big this map is. But again, it is that KO, it is that double initiator. It's not things that we expected. When I look at NAVI, I was expecting, you know, the way Alexic has been performing on that operator today, maybe a Chamber Vice, but no, they're opting for that Jet.
I can't wait to dive into this one. The first corrode of VCT EMEA. Mitchman and Tombiz, have fun with this one.
Thank you very much, Yinsu. Well, there was a lot of debate about what EMEA would be playing when it comes to agent comps, and I imagine we're going to see iterations of this change. You're seeing the Sova versus the Fade. I think the Fade's a clear winner, at least in my mind.
Beautiful.
No Viper? Are you kidding me?
You know what's beautiful?
Angel on the KO?
That sort of. That is what I was going to get to. We had that nice little clip at the beginning of Mini telling us that double initiators are dead, and we have 2 double initiators.
Let's go.
Somehow I might believe that Mini was right, but we'll see after the game.
I'll give him the credit. It was all about Toronto. That's where he was making those learnings from, and this map wasn't there. And a map with so many corners to clear.
Show match. Judge Ace.
Yeah. All right. Yes, the Judge Ace indeed. But this is very much where I expect something like a double initiator. If you're going to have a map in the pool that benefits from it, a map with so many corners, so many crevices, it makes sense that this would be the one. I'm a big fan of Viper on this map. The mid lurks can do so much. Neither team going for it. I'm curious to see what their ideas are for the late game, for the rifle rounds, for those mid lurks.
Very direct. Pot flash being set up. Smoke just going down. I think the Des was slightly excited by the Xiao fade. The flash is perfect though, and that has allowed Alexic to just walk in and find 2 picks. He's back on that Jet once again, and already looking incredibly comfortable.
A solid start indeed. The flash from Angel. He had a tough time on KO in the previous, not providing much value, but walking straight into the Sheriff. Alexic picking up a triple. Another one of Mini's lessons was that this Sheriff can do so much, but the final one will be put on the ground for Apex.
Oh, I thought the final one was have fun.
Not the lesson, Tom.
Oh.
Final Sheriff for Apex. 1-0 start for the attacking side. A solid showing. Talking about the initiators as well, I think you've got a lot of variety in what can be run here. Killjoy, probably not so much. Such a big map, you're often going to find yourself rotating out of that space. But looking between a Vice and Cypher, you have a lot of arguments for both, especially with so many wall-bangable angles. You look towards that A site, even on the B side as well, so many corners and crevices to hide in, to catch them on the trips. But then the delay ability of a Vice is so strong as well.
Yeah, I think especially in early days, you do get one of two. You either get everybody running the same comp for eternity until somebody proves that that comp sucks, or in some cases they don't. Look back to Icebox. Or, and I think more likely nowadays with how many different variations of agents we have, you're going to see a lot of changes. Like they showed earlier in the desk 4 different compositions that were run over in China. And already 2 different ideas being shown out here. At least with the initiators, I imagine there's more to comfort for Angel. Thanks for helping out, Roxy.
Yeah, that could have been a little bit disastrous. Malzy sneaks away from the reveal. He's got a low HP player there as well, but won't be able to take him. Angel, hot on the heels of his friend, of his teammate, taking the trades and leaving a 4 versus 1. A classic in the hands of Avova. I wasn't tracking what was left behind, but I don't imagine it's anything major on the floor.
Oh.
It'll just be a ghost upgrade.
Yeah. I don't want. NAVI were always the team that sort of brought through this 3 rifles, 2 pistols, so it's not overly surprising that there isn't a crazy amount to be found. Ruxic is honed in on the angle. Loses it though. Oh, it should at least be Hero to be able to find that extra gun, so it's not too much, but that was impressive that he even won that fight.
Yeah. A real chance with Angel so low if he had caught him off guard. That could have been a pick with just 1 bullet. Yeah, not bad. A lot of potential in this round for Apex already. This is really where we get to see their ideas. Rifles come out. We talked about the preparation and how different it can look when Apex are ready. Their map pick Sunset, almost as dominant as Icebox. I imagine this is one that they're very ready for.
Yeah, I kind of want to see NAVI on mid, because when I think back to the initial stages of Split, they're one of the best attack side mid players, and I feel like there's a lot of parallels with that sort of up top window, space being fought for regularly. Penny is actually looking to swing out even while still under the suppression. Didn't have that ability to escape, but with Alexic already tagged up, he's now the one that somewhat takes the risk. Now in the last map, I felt like every time he took a fight, he was way ahead of everyone else, be that on him or be that on somebody else on the team not following up. I want that to change for this map.
Apex have taken control over A main. The late push up. Now the thing about the Cypher, if you're against the Vice, you know that wall's on one side of the map. If they swap it up, maybe you've got space to walk in, but Cypher will always have those trips, not worth committing too far forward. But now Hero's down. That could get the players pushing up a little bit more quickly towards A main, but for now at least they stand ready and in position. I think a large part of that is they need these smokes to deny the late fights. Batu's giving up the space on mid. A push in towards the defender spawn. Will there be anyone to link back up with? They're losing players across the map. Even oh, nice shot onto Avova, but coming towards mid, there's a big danger. Malzy is about to catch the spike with his back turned. That's a free pick for Malzy. 20 seconds on the clock, but Ruxic still flying under the radar.
Yeah, it almost seems pointless though. They need to actually reclaim that. Finally, he will pounce, but in the meantime, they need to get rid of Malzy, and he actually goes down. 10 seconds, they got a full sprint towards this B side and get that planting almost immediately. It will be going down if they could stop him from being killed, and they're just holding on to the ankle. Ruxic's up above. Okay. Yeah, I guess maybe not expecting them to just sprint through it, but I don't know why Apex wouldn't.
Yeah, with the time as well, they had to read that if he's planting, he should be a bit more exposed. Maybe it would have to be a wall bang, but as we could see, that angle was wide open. Just a huge misread to not have Ruxic still covering that angle. Where, as well, they knew that there were players. They had been fought just a second before that fade of Xiao rounded the corner. He'd been shot at, so there's someone hot on your heels. And they just chose to ignore the danger.
I'm kind of surprised we don't see the other players kind of like try and group back up while Ruxic has that space. Like, play around him rather than sort of spreading out and looking for clues. It definitely made things that little bit more difficult.
I mean, Angel wasn't even clearing corners. He was just sprinting to the side.
Wow. Zera had a great recovery in the last map. Tries to play off the flash, but now at least some of his utility has diminished. The wall now being expected as well, so for NAVI, they don't necessarily have to play off of this. Just looking to try and clear some of that util early. Batu re-clearing into mid with a pop flash behind, which does land, but they're not able to play off it. And now they'll reset back towards the B site again, where a lot of that utility is faded, just the flash.
Flash doesn't catch the player inside the Cloudburst. Ollie Zera repositioned, though I love this down below, so wall bangable. He has to find value right away. They're gonna pounce after that first pick. Still, players rotating in. 2 detected on the back of the site. Wrap around from Ruxic is good. He'll drop Batu, putting a lot of pressure on with the heaven peak from Alexic, securing the site. Now it's on to Penny and Avova to fight their way back through. Penny to find the first, but a low HP Angel just about wins that battle. With Penny tagged up, the hard work seemingly done for NAVI. They'll be right back to winning ways with the attack side building up to 3. And Penny possibly wanting to save this rifle. You see him backing off, and look how low the credits are for so many of these players. I think it's the right call.
Yeah, my main worry a little bit early in this game is that it does feel like the setup of Olizera was figured out quite quickly. Okay, he's got the wall, he's got the flash up top, and obviously the thorns to delay. So NAVI just baited it, pretended they fell back, took the orb, went away, and then came back, and it didn't feel like Apex had really adapted for the fact that he didn't have any utility anymore. It was down to just, okay, can Olizera on half HP find a multi-frag, otherwise we give up the site. And okay, the players had sort of shifted a little bit further towards middle, but it still felt like he really didn't have any support. And what with the amount of space that was lost, Heaven taken as well.
Nice surge towards B as well.
It ended up working out quite easily for the side of NAVI in that one. At least for now. Gonna have that hero rifle. Something to play around, but not likely something that can change the round unless Penny's gonna just pop off once again.
Penny's been revealed as a gate crash to fall back to, but he'll be leaving this A space wide open if he does. Now he doesn't have a choice. The knife has hit. This is the rifle that Apex have. You can't see it go down in an awkward fight. Has to be set up to win. Olizera and Malzy down and out of the round. They may just take this back in the other direction. With Avova down, though, that'll spur them forward, and it's an easy fight. The run through the smoke, gets the pick, and Angel's still watching flank. They had 2 players for that mid control in the late round. A great play by NAVI, gets them 4-1 flawlessly.
Yeah, it's sort of what I mentioned as well, though. They seem to very heavily focus on that middle control. And as I said, that was something I was always impressed with NAVI, be it this map or take Ascent, another one of their very strong maps in the past with the attack side of Ascent and how they were able to dominate that map control. That Shao fade was a big part of that map as well. And I think they're doing very well to sort of deny Apex that additional information. Like, okay, we're battling for B main, but we can't really reaggress a lot of this control because we just don't have it after the first 20 seconds.
Well, a timeout pulled into play here for Apex. 4-1 down. And again, remember what they're fighting for. This is a team that coming into stage 2, if they want to make it to champions, if they want to keep their franchise hopes alive, it really has to be a deep run. You got to be looking at top 2 for them to secure the champ spot. And they need, more than anything, they're going beyond securing their franchise spot, going beyond champions and the highest of the highs. They need a win. This is a team that's gone through kickoff and stage 1 without a single series victory under their belt. They don't want to leave like this, and starting off stage 2 on the right foot will have so much value for them.
Well, yeah, and they've also been making roster changes a lot. Like, they have been taking gambles, taking risks. I'll say, like, you can kind of compare them to Gentlemates and how much they're sort of willing to spend to try and make this work, to try and stay within VCT EMEA. Of course, the pickup of Comeback is something I think everybody is incredibly excited for. Penny, aggressive. He's actually been hit, but waits around. Alexic tried to make a play off the back of it, and well, that's going to be an easy opener. It is the same setup once again, but Olizera's position has moved completely. He'll find a second kill already.
Much better face from Team Apex. B-site well defended, flash, wall, and thorns waiting there alongside 2 players and a quick rotation possible from Batu. NAVI are making the right call to bring this in a different direction. And Batu, we talked a lot about the wall bang ability towards that A site, but it's worth noting it's very similar here in middle. And you're going to see the Odin in full effect. The problem is he doesn't have the information. A slow contact play from NAVI, but here comes a peek. That's the spike on its own. Angel, he's called for a Scooby-Doo, his best Fred impression, and he's down and out of the round. Ruxic at least able to recover 1. But there's 30 seconds left. And again, it will be towards this B site where there's still plenty of numbers waiting. Wall and Thorns to block out that main play. It has to be Ruxic to turn the tide in their favor. A fight up against Malzy that he loses in this round with the Thorns up. It's already done.
Yeah, it's going to be an attempt from Shao to at least do a little bit of damage. They have the credits that they can still go back into this one. But hey, it has been the case where it just feels like either they are so convinced when they've cleared something that nobody can ever be there ever again, which definitely seems like a huge oversight, or that just Angel's decided today he doesn't want to check any angles. Because that's happening a lot. He's like, right, guys,
blind.
you say this is clear? Okay, I'm going to go for a straw into this angle. And if it's not clear, it's not my fault. Because that's the second time that's happened now with the spike.
That one less forgivable. Before he was alone.
I think the last one was forgivable.
No, not that much. But here, like, he was stood hand on shoulder of his teammate. His teammate goes Link, and he goes, I'm going to leave you there. I'm going to go my own way. Oh, nice opening, though, by Angel. He's checked his corners. Let's go.
Well, Brooks kind of did check that one for him with the TP jump. But you know what? Who cares? Angel is fragging. He's pulling out that old school aim. 2 openers already. And well, I don't know if Batu's getting away with that one. Clearly he heard us talking smack and has decided to put his foot down.
Us? I mean, you. I mean, I've always, this is a reason I've always believed in Angel, especially on the KO. I think if I didn't say it coming into this map, I definitely meant to. His KO, I just 100%, I'm all in, 300% in on it.
You and Minnie? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, me and Minnie, we're great minds and we think alike. That's why we make a great team.
I agree. That between you, there is a great mind.
That's rude, Tom. I wouldn't be so disrespectful to Minnie.
Right, yeah, to Minnie. Nonetheless, this is looking like it's completely changed from the last round. Angel is looking to get a quad kill, and not quite. 5 HP, won't be a flawless this time, but Hero is quickly there to respond. It was a solid round from the side of Apex, and maybe a little bit more disjointed. Navi just go back to being this more direct team, find that early fight, and well, I'll be honest, a lot of that just came down to Angel winning fights.
It's worth noting as well for Apex, like we're saying, this is a squad that needs... He did. That's a little KO pun as well. I like that. He's deleted them. Cleared the flash drive. Yeah, so for Apex, obviously this is something that has been haunting them throughout all of VCT in this year. No, not Angel. No, the lack of a win. And they've got KC, Team Liquid, and Fnatic to face.
So it gets easier.
I did leave out Koi.
Why?
Don't read into that. But those are some tough matchups.
I've heard they've got a monster on their side.
They do, quite literally.
The man's a beast.
All right. Well, that was a joke not many people will get, and I'm thankful for that. So yeah, looking at Apex, like this is their best opportunity to put a win on the board.
Other than Koi.
Well, you said that, Tom. That's very rude.
And true.
We just don't know how Koi will match up power level-wise, right? That's what I was getting at. You're just a horrible person.
Okay.
So for NAVI,
I'm all right with that.
Probably the weakest of the bunch, a team that has 6 out of 10 losses so far.
How many have Koi got?
It's not worth mentioning at this point. It's a different roster, Tom, and I think that's the important thing. You know,
so you're just trying to save yourself when you go back on the Spanish stream.
No, that's I would never be biased.
Okay.
I believe in all. I hope all the teams have fun.
Right. Except Navi, it seems.
Except Navi.
Already, the Steel Garden being set up. A chance to remove the weaponry for the majority
30 seconds
of the players on the other side, and the time is starting to tick down. It's already looking rough. They have taken away the utility on the other side. Now the guns come back to play, but Navi have got to move. 15 seconds left as they look to head into the B site. Stacked up B site. This is where the majority of players are currently sitting. Shock darts going to be combined with a Hunter's Fury, and that spike has dropped to the deck. They have not got anybody to pick that back up. Off the time is going to be the victory for Apex, and well, solid ultimate usage for them this round. They had to commit a lot to be able to bring that one home. But to be honest, with the lower economy that they had, I think it was worth it.
Yeah, I think absolutely. You know, you smell that blood in the water, you get a hint of it, you got to dive straight on it. No point saving it for the next, and then the opportunities don't present themselves for Apex. Trading these rounds back and forth. Shock darts from Batu did damage, and the Hunter's Fury only needed that one pulse.
Nice.
Great commitment from the defensive side. And remember, we don't really know how this map's going to shape up, either one. Because as we move through it, you know, defense, do they need 3 rounds? Do they need 8? With this comp as well, you never know.
Yeah, I'd always, with new maps, I'll always lean it slightly more to the attack side than you normally would. Just because you can kind of group up, you can play into defensive, and having, especially on a big map as well, it's always a little bit more difficult to get those rotation timings there
this
early
one's
on.
horrendous for rotations.
Ruxic, though, picks up the operator off the corpse of Alexic. Managed to take down Molzy. Now, Molzy has been involved in an awful lot of the setup. He always is. Now, Batu is going to try and make a play, and it was a gamble and a half.
You can see the benefit on defense of having someone like a Yoru to make those mid-round plays. We just saw there, TP back towards the A site. Now he's going to be the only defender. If this was any other agent, he'd only be on his way now. He wouldn't be anywhere close to where he is, and this site would be wide open, but still, he has got enemies at the gates, numbers all around him. Paranoia landed, and in goes the nade alongside the Seas. Maybe he wishes he wasn't there so quickly. He's just been decimated.
This just felt like another one of those dominoes rounds. But the problem I have with it is they weren't at a disadvantage until they started swinging. Like, okay, Molzy gets caught with by an operator at top mid when you'd already killed the player at the op. I can forgive that one. But then you have Batu swing. Moments later, you then have the swing, I think it was from Avova, just into blind territory. You've got no information. And at the end, yeah, Penny's trying to basically clutch versus the whole squad, but you've already let that round slip away with just a kind of unnecessary aggression that didn't have any supportive utility alongside it. And especially when, okay, at this point you are only on a single initiator, but the first two players to die are both your initiators, it's a bit more of a problem. Angel's going to die to the spike at the end, because why not?
That's Angel, mate.
It was a really tight round where the spike was like ticking really quick at the end as well.
I think
there was no way he could have got out.
You know, he might have thought he heard them tap it.
Yeah,
just ran back in, threw himself on the grenade for the team. You know, you really got to respect the call. But this was nasty. And the fact that he gets hit by all of that and then Angel just shoots him through the smoke.
New map, new things.
It's the spike radius is different on this map, you know, because there's all of that refined radianite crystal. Yeah, no, that, you know.
I'll be honest, I just want to know what Angel's saying at the end of every round.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just a highlight of that.
Here we go, flash through, pressure on, but Ruxic able to get out. 40, sub 40 HP left on him, but that op survives.
Yeah, they've done well to sort of avoid having to deal with a lot of this B site utility. Wall. Has caused them a few issues, but yeah, just trying to bait it. There we go. Got there in the end. But the problem is, the second this happens, the defensive side have to shift. Now, they've already got Molzy in play this time on that side of the map. As said, a lot of the time I felt like Olazero was left alone. But I think Navi have realized that, okay, once we activate that wall, they have to move, they have to go looking for information, so we can just go back wherever we want.
Gate crash faded. There's no way out for Penny. He's got to stand his ground inside the smoke, but the pressure comes around on short. It's Avova up close.
30 seconds.
Backs out after Penny finds the first. They've got the numbers to work with. Damage done to Ruxic from earlier. Avova just about making it out before Alexa can get that angle on him. And the run through from the ult. Find all the info. They've missed the fact there's a player up on the box.
Yep.
They didn't see Alexic. Forgot to look up, and now that's a pick back in the other direction. And Penny gets caught. The other players wrapping around through elbow. They've caught them off guard. This is a great response from NAVI. A couple of kills going the other way, but Ruxic with the op surviving that initial fight. Still having a fingerprint on the late round and closing it out as well. NAVI up to 7.
Yeah, Ruxic's been really impressive today. I think we saw glimpses of it when it went back to like last season as well, like what this guy can do. He's currently 12-2. Like, he has not been dying. He's picked up the operator in a couple of rounds, found them openers as well, and then just a safe pair of hands. Like for someone again who's still a young player within the scene, he is playing like someone with a lot more experience. 7-3, another dominant looking first half. And other than like some success with the B setup, which again Navi has started to try and adapt to, it really hasn't been a whole lot of success so far in this defensive half.
Ruxic's looking for a pick, but he's being caught by Avova. Sheriff in hand. Mid push comes out after it. It feels like a little bit of overcommitment. They've already found the opening, and I believe that will be an opt down for the recovery. Batu lands one. That corner's been a big problem for Navi. The wall bang recovers it. The number's still in their favor. And having forced those players back on A main, they've at least denied the op being recovered. So all of these fights still relatively easy. Xiao caught in the corner, but he's got backup. He's got cover. And Olizera will only find the one.
The thing is, I feel like the ideas there from Apex were very good.
Yep.
But they just didn't quite manage to execute Xiao. That was the main problem. He had the spike in the corner, didn't have a lot of support, and just about managed to survive with all the different pieces of the utility that were thrown at him. 8 and 3. It's a closer one. Ultimately, the scoreline is all that's really reflecting at this stage. NAVI running away with this. Now, as I said, I think there's still a real world where it's going to be a fairly attack-sided map as we first get into things. But I do worry with Hero on that Cypher. What we could see, that is a whiffed shot. And while they're fighting for this mid-control again, Mitch, it really hasn't been going fantastically well. Mozi's done all right, but the re-swing, I guess he had to, because otherwise he's just stuck in that same corner, but
yeah,
I don't think he was ever getting out of there alive.
I don't mind the idea this time. Like, sometimes it's felt like overcommitment, and I think he can point to the last round as an example where they're a little bit desynergized. Evolva's coming back out, though. That's kind of what I'm talking about. That's maybe that one's a little bit of overcommitment to the fight. 2v3, it's hard to defend the map, spread out and isolated, but now you've thrown the round away. Any chances gone completely, and again, you don't have that extra layer of Olizera swinging down. I feel like that could be more synergized. But initially having Penny go out, the flash coming in from Halsey, there was an idea. It just didn't work out. 9 rounds for NAVI at the halftime. Let's see how attacker side of this map is for Apex after the break.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Three rounds in that first half, but the debate is out about this attacking side. How strong can it be? Or are NAVI just the stronger team for Apex? They will soon have an answer to that question. Pistol rounds have been going in their favor, I suppose. That's one thing to look at, but the first half was won out by NAVI.
We'll have to see what they have. I'm definitely nervous. Like, you see Angel currently 12 and 5. Like, he's been able to find quite a lot of value just individually. I don't know if it's necessarily down to the KO, but as you know, you and Minnie have been saying, it's a great agent that you want to see him play all the time. Bruxic, though, has been the real superstar. Like, getting openers with the operator in different rounds, I think he's been fantastic in the trading. And while Xiao, it was mentioned, I think the desk was somewhat excited to see him back on the fade in 9 and 3.
Sounded like it.
Yeah, you know, just a little bit.
Couldn't make out the words, but I think there were words of excitement through the screeches. You know, the thing is, myself and Minnie been talking behind the scenes, and we said, why stop at 2? What if a triple initiator? Let's level up the game.
You sure you were talking to Minnie and not Pal? They do look very similar now that Minnie has been hitting the gym somewhere.
Yeah. Maybe that was it, actually. The accents are fairly similar.
Trying to steal their Ascent comp.
9-3. It's Apex on the attack that need this pistol. No matter how strong you think the attack can be with those longer rotations, it takes a long time to get from A to B. Without that Yoru as well, those rotations will be even slower, less options.
Oh,
but a pistol round lost, that might just be the beginning of the end, and already NAVI in with 2. Players walking through smokes and cages into a crossfire. They'll eventually fall back, but look who is waiting.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, wow. It was like a magic trick. Houdini's on the server. just disappears after the first, and while Alexic definitely not looking to overface and risk throwing this round away, he is happy to just sit back in the spawn. Well, just look at the angles that need to be cleared by Molzy. A deep position from Xiao. They know that he can't go through the spawn, so they know that there's no real reason to have cover on that A site just yet, and it's only going to be if he directly clears it, which he does, to be fair. Molzy is going to check the angle, even has an idea that Alexic might just be watching back towards the spawn. He's reading it well, but he has taken a hell of a lot of damage. A spike plant could be possible, but you could already see Angel smells blood in the water. He's looking to rotate in quickly.
Seen him.
Just try and deny any opportunity to get those extra credits.
He has definitely seen him. They accelerate up. Flash not good. Molzy managed to dodge it, but that gave Angel the timing to post on the angle. Double digits now for NAVI, and it looks like Apex's winless streak is going to continue. They chose the wrong side to push, not least because Hero's able to find that through the smoke, but you have 3 players ready and waiting. All angles on lockdown, some even playing anti-flash. And you're running through smokes and cages. That was a guaranteed win for NAVI from the jump.
It's only been individual rounds won thus far by Apex. A flash in the pan, or in some cases, like NAVI just running out of time. This is already looking like another brutal map. Well done, at least, from Batu. That will be a gun for Penny. I wonder if that might be juggled into slightly healthier hands. Especially with Molzy sat nearby, but for now at least, looks like they want to give Penny the chance.
Well, they're certainly taking their time, but it's going to be worth it. Xiao spotted, Seas goes in, player up close, Xiao wins the fight, 7 HP. He's not long for this world, but he takes another down with him, even makes it out as well. It's Ruxic that goes down for his trouble. A trade so close to being possible. The damage done here onto Xiao. They could have gotten the spike planted, but now the spike's down in the open, and Xiao is a thorn in their side. Well played by Penny, but Angel in there with his third. The KO we all wanted to see starting out this map, 11-3 now. The lead locked in.
He's 17-5. Like, Angel is he's balancing out his stats from the last map. I think he went like 4 or 14.
He might still
now
be
he's
negative.
going 17-5. Like, it is ridiculous. No, I think he was positive on map 1 as well.
Okay, so he's actually good.
Yeah, I think Angel's going to, you know, he's proven the haters wrong. Unless you are a hater of Apex, and then he might be proving you right. But nonetheless, 11-3. It's looking like from back and forth game to utter dominance. Well, not a whole lot left to play with. They did lose a rifle in the last round, so Alexic is going to be down just on a ghost. Of course, this is a bonus, but realistically at this stage, it has to be such a dominant sweep back in the other direction that it seems unlikely. Especially with the way players like Ruxic have been performing throughout, and Angel, of course. Sorry, I don't want to disrespect what you've been saying throughout the game.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate you catching that before I had to put you in your place.
Yeah.
It's good to see. Good to see you're learning. Let's see if Apex are. Only 3 rounds on the board. Rifles in their hand. Advantage there for that attack. They've put their wall towards B. That space is going to be given up eventually, and you can see all these Era backing off now. The slow shift towards the A side of the map. The drone goes up in mid. It's heard, it's seen, it's spotted. But Apex will still take this control. There's not much they can do to deny it, unless NAVI go pushing down. And the read seems to still be towards this B site. Hero spotted one inside main. The second player seen. Avova almost makes the same mistake. Numbers thinning. But there we go. Batu stepping up. Still, Hero makes this a very digestible retake.
Yeah, the only problem is Alexic doesn't have a gun. So it definitely makes things a bit more problematic. Avova is waiting on the other side of the smoke, but there was an immediate trade. Now it's a 2v2 with rifles in hand, and, well, the top fragger, superstar, youngster prodigy of Angel is still alive and kicking.
Oh, what a shot by Angel! Now they've got the advantage. The Thorns will buy a little bit more time. Olizera stays aggressive as well. It's not expected. And he gets one and bails out through the smoke. He goes! But Ruxic steals the death blow for NAVI. 12 rounds on the board, and try as they might, Apex, they're stuck so far behind.
There's always this thing. I feel like it's a curse with teams that maybe they're desperate for a win or this game would be really important to them, where Angel then just decides, that's when I'm going to have my game. I'm just going to disrespect you. I'm going to be swinging every angle. And these are the ones where it pays off and everybody is a little bit confused. And right now, he is 18-6, which is mental.
I feel like that's it, man. Like, you go into a game for NAVI and it's like, it's do or die, boys. Like, we need this win. And he's calm. He always looks so collected. But when you go into a game and you're like, listen, they're going to be really upset if they lose this. He's just got something in his eyes like, oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, they might cry, huh? Oh, okay. He's an evil man.
He's just looking over at Hero like, you got too many kills in the first map. Now it's my turn. I want to know what Happy's
before you were born.
What
just after you were born.
Even saying in this moment, he's just like, yeah, all part of the plan. Like this is this is exactly what I expected to happen.
Without a doubt, this is just how it went in the scrims.
Of course. Well,
he's probably asking Angel, where was this KO last map, mate?
That is, yeah, maybe.
Sunset drills.
Maybe. He's just warming up. He was powering up. He was low on battery, and he spent that whole map actually just charging.
It looked like he was plugged in.
Well,
standby mode.
12-3.
Angel is powering down.
If you miss out map number 2, this looks like an incredibly dominant performance for NAVI. And while for Apex, silver linings have stopped mattering quite a long time ago. This was a match that, even though it's early, if they were going to have a chance, it felt like needed to be a victory. They're going to have to beat some pretty heavy hitters going forward. Unless they can win 9 rounds in a row, there's already a B main stack up, a paranoia set up if they need it. Olizera waiting on the angle. He's got to be careful. Angel's on the other side, but he's managed to put him down. Incredible stuff. Nice. It actually hits the dink onto Alexic as well. Hot flash over, but Alexic, even with 19 HP, is not running away.
Yeah, Olizera saw that dink and felt confident, but he was low too. Shock dart!
See ya.
Lands perfectly. Alexic down and out of the round. They haven't got the rotation off that A site just yet. Those players are still in position and now adjusting for a link to mid play.
Well, you know, Ruxic's still there.
But the thing is, they've lost their vice. Apex have their back wide open, and I think that's why you're going to see this mid push, whether it comes deep or whether it's just a rotate through spawn. They'll have players on B soon, and Apex need to hurry up.
Already. Paranoia, smoke. Ruxic doing a good job of slowing them down, but now they've TP'd into the site. The rotations come in. Ruxic needs to still go ham, and he has a hero alongside him. A quick triple to close things out. A 13-4, well, 13-3 on map 3, and some other stuff somewhere in the middle. It is NAVI that will get the job done here today.
Yeah, really clean read. Like, those players got to the site just in time. Hero ready to swing. Utility in from Xiao. That was pixel perfect in the late stages of that round. 13-3 and 13-4 is how NAVI win the maps that they dominated on. Sunset, a close affair in one half, and then dominant from Apex in the next, but not quite able to break their streak of losses just yet. That is 8 in a row here in VCT EMEA. We're going to have to see big changes coming into the next couple weeks if they want their dreams to stay alive. The champs run, the franchise run. It could all come to an end.
Yeah, and a debut win for Alexic as well. Like, I feel like someone that, when put in the right place, especially map 1, looked incredibly strong. I think is only going to grow further into the performances, but ultimately it was the real young gun of Angel on that last map that really took over. An interesting performance, but hey, for NAVI, the job has been done. And of course, saying hello to all the fans